oh my gosh, I actually feel bad that I never really wanted to talk to him after that. But it was just like, well, if this is a glimpse into what could be, I don't want no part, bitch. I'm out. Deuces. See you later. See you never. See you never. Like, now. I'm not doing it. Ooh, I don't want, I don't need, I can't stand no minute man. I don't want no minute man. Welcome back to Cosmoholics Anonymous. I am your favorite girl, Bo Vintage, and today's video is a story time. So if you read the title, the story is called The 1 Minute Man, honey. We don't do that. So let's get into the story. I'm going to tell you guys it from my memory. I was going to kind of write it out to just not miss anything, but bitch is just tired and I really don't have the energy, so I'm gonna just spill it from my head. This happened probably 2 years after my, maybe not even, yeah, maybe a year and a half after my breakup, my high school breakup. And I was talking to this guy. We were friends for a long time before, but we had never been intimate. And so I remember it being close to my birthday, and that was gonna be like the first time that we were going to ever get our freak on. I tried to literally say everything except for have sex. Like, I promise, every time I'm shooting like a video like this, I literally tried to say anything other than having sex. Do the nasty, get my freak on. I don't even know. It was around my birthday and it was supposed to be birthday sex. You know, Jeremiah had a little song, and I remember at a time, like, after that Jeremiah song came out, birthday sex was like mandatory. You see how they just brainwash the kids? Like, birthday sex was mandatory, so I was making sure I had somebody lined up to give me the D on my birthday. And so I don't remember what happened on my actual birthday in terms of that. Like, I know that it happened, but like for some reason it got cut short. And I think, I don't know if somebody had come home, not my house, his house. I don't know if somebody had come home and kind of like, you know, interrupted us. But either way, my birthday sex was cut short. It was, but I didn't look at it anyway. Like, you know, I wasn't sure if he finished or not. I really didn't care. I definitely didn't. But it was like, whatever, somebody came home, okay, whatever. So that was the first time we had did it. The second time we did it, again, it got cut short. I didn't understand why, but I don't know. We always just had some kind of interruption. It just wasn't popping like how it was supposed to be. Apart from the fact that we were friends first before we entered into anything relationshipy, like, I really liked him. And you know when you really like somebody and you start talking to them, and then y'all start getting intimate down the line, and even if it's like not okay, you'll still be cool with it because you really like them. For me, that wasn't happening in this situation, because it was like the first time it kind of fell short, the second time we did it fell short, and then getting to the third time, well, if he fell short again, it would just be an issue. So the first 2 times I wasn't thinking that he was just finishing quick. I was just thinking that we were interrupted on both occasions. So, you know, the third time's the charm, right? Like, I'm really gung-ho about this. I'm like, okay, yes, I'm finna get this D. When I was younger and I first started having sex, I was horny as fuck. Like, I was horny as shit, and it didn't make any sense. As I'm older now, I care damn less. Like, I really, I could really care less about sex today. Like, if Shooter told me he wants to be celibate for the rest of his damn life, I would be like, okay, just buy me a toy. Like, I wouldn't give a damn. But when I was young and going through hormones and stuff, I was really, really, really horny for no damn reason. So on this particular third time, we were at his house, and finally we knew nobody was going to be interrupting us. Nobody's going to come home early. It was right after school. It was perfect. Yeah, it was just perfect. And so we're at his house, and we're literally making out. And it's so weird to tell this when Shooter's in the room. Like, what? Like, I can tell Shooter anything. Why are you doing that?
I don't care who you was fucking.
Anyway, yeah. So we were in his room, we were making out, doing the whole foreplay thing. Dick hard as a fucking rock. Dick so hard.
Settle down.
Dick so hard you could chop cocaine with that bitch. Okay? And yeah, I'm ready to go. He straps it up. He inserts it into the coochie. And we start fucking. And what?
Little girls are your biggest fans. Don't be so vulgar. Or a hard dick, chop cocaine inserted into the vagina. That sounds inappropriate to even
upload?
say yourself.
I can't. Okay, so we started doing the nasty, and yeah, sometimes it takes me a little minute to get like into it. So I'm getting into it. He's stroking his life away, and literally within, I don't know, 30 seconds of us laying there and doing it, he starts breathing really heavily, and I'm like, oh, he's getting into it too. My coochie is bomb. Yes. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. He's literally moaning. Like, I don't know, guys don't like, do guys moan a lot? Like, I don't know, I guess every guy's different, but to me it's kind of weird. I don't know, it's weird to me if a guy is moaning. Like, I feel like guys aren't supposed to. I don't know, mate, is that just me? Like, man. Anyway, it was kind of weird.
He was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, like, yeah, he was doing some weird ass shit. Okay, he was moaning the fuck, and he was moaning really heavily, breathing really heavily, and I did not expect what happened next, but this is what happened. So literally, I'm laying there. This is as soon as the sex started, you guys. Like, literally as soon as it started, and he's pumping away, and out of nowhere he pulls out. I'm like, where are you going? And then he's just like, I bust. It was literally like a movie where, in like a comedy, when it happens too fast and the bitch looks at the clock to see if the time has moved more than what she thinks it has moved because it was so fast. That's basically what it was like. That's exactly what it was like. I like looked over at my fucking G-Shock to see if it was only really a minute that had passed. Like, I sat on the bed, I crossed my fucking legs. Why are you laughing? I crossed my fucking legs. I had my hand, I was literally like this. You can't see my legs, they're crossed though. I was like this, sitting on the bed, looking around, and then he's like, well, what's wrong? I said, that's it? He was like, yeah, like, what do you want? And I'm just like, okay, like, even if my snatch is the tightest snatch in the world, like, there's no way you could be done right now. Like, this is actually ridiculous. I didn't like say this to him, but I'm thinking it in my head. But I did say, is that it? And then he was just like, you're not making me feel like much of a man right now. And I'm like, that is not my job. Like, I'm sorry, but this is not okay. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And granted, he wasn't my, you know what, if he was my boyfriend, I probably wouldn't have had a problem with it. But because we were not official and this was happening, I was like, oh hell no. Because if this is, to me, I started looking back and thinking, okay, so the other two times that we did it, like, was that you finishing, or was that it got stopped by accident? Like, were you able to come within that time frame? I was just shocked and appalled, really. And yeah, he's like, you're not making me feel like much of a man. I'm like, that's not my job. I can't really do anything about that. But yeah, I think it's time for me to go. And so I did not hang out at his house for too much longer. I literally got dressed, because y'all already know, sometimes, like, if a guy busts once, like, he can't get it up again, and I wasn't able to stick around to find out if he can go for another minute and a half. So yeah, I definitely packed my shit up quick. Not packed, I didn't have anything but my damn book bag. It was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna have to, I'll talk to you later, I'll BBM you. Yeah, I'm gonna go home. And then I just walked home because he lived actually really close to me. But yeah, this story, I had to drag this story out, because if I told it in the time that he actually did it in, like, there would be no story to tell. Like, it would be a pointless upload. So I had to kind of drag it out for y'all as much as I could, but there's really no dragging it out. Like, I got to the house, we started to do it, I was getting into it thinking he was getting into it, and then all of a sudden he pulls out because he was having his nut. Okay, so yeah, that was the last time I tried to engage him in these activities, and we haven't really spoken since. Is that petty? Is that petty? Like, we are definitely, like, no, and we were friends before, but that was just awkward. Like, his dick broke. I can't, like, I really can't. Yeah, that's basically the story on the 1 Minute Man, and yeah, I love you all, and this was uncomfortable, but it's okay. I will definitely see you guys in the next one.